But for now, we're gonna be working on that. This is a buddy of mine's truck. I don't know if you guys see a theme here with long bed kind of sleeper square bodies. That one's not much of a sleeper anymore because of that, but this one just looks like a 3/4 ton, just small, not really small per se, but just stock. It's got a tack, Hurst Promatic, some gauges down there. But what's really cool is what's under this hood. I helped my buddy set this in and get it broken and tuned and everything, but this is his first engine build. It's a clean little, I think it's a 350, it might be 30 or 40 thousandth over, it's a 355 or so. Edelbrock E Streets, just a single plane, nothing too crazy. A crane, don't remember what the cam was. It's an older crane grind, flat tap it. Still got conservative timing in it. It's got a turbo 350, a semi floater, 14 bolt in the back, 9.5 inch ring gear. I put the posi in that for him. He just put a stall converter in it. The thing blows the tires off fixed. It's got 410s in it. So having a turbo 350, that's going to help him a lot. I might go to a glide in the white truck with the 373s. We'll see. Not sure what I want to do yet. This thing, so we got to loop the neutral safety switch. We need to fix a pinion seal and set the crush sleeve. It's got a trans leak, and I want to say there's one other thing that I don't remember. But let's get to it. I'll get it in the shop. We'll tackle the rear end stuff first. Crush sleeve, pinion seal leak. Then we'll get back to it. It's very, very snappy little small block. Very snappy little small block. Great cam. The what was I talking about? Cam's a little small for the heads, but the heads aren't anything crazy either. But bullets on it. It sounds nice. Good little truck. The 83 C20. We got some problems. You see? Better angle up here. See, that's moving forwards. That ain't good. So I'm going to show you guys. I don't have my yoke tool with me because I'm a mobile mechanic. I don't have much in my shop. It's in my other service truck. I'm going to show you guys how I make a tool for holding the yoke on the rear end to set the crush sleeve and tighten the pinion down. So usually what I use is something like this, like gas pipe. I have this length of gas pipe here. I'm gonna notch it just so I can drill 2 holes in there at the width of the yoke. So right now I'm gonna notch it and show you guys what that looks like. So you notch your tube. Doesn't have to be pretty, just like mine. And then we'll take, if I can get the glove off, piece of paper. I don't have any like normal paper. There we go. I don't know, it's like glossy shit too. This. Or actually, we'll just use cardboard. piece of cardboard, and a pick. And then you'll come under here. Lay your cardboard on it. Go this way. And then hook your 2 holes, the bolt holes, and that's your pattern. You can get a decent shot of the pinion. Let's hope that's it. No. That's it, right there. And cardboard out right there. So then we have our pattern for where to space the holes. And then you grab Sharpie off your windshield wiper. Forget where you set your pattern, find it, and then mark your gas pipe for holes. And then you don't charge your batteries, so you gotta get the one off your impact. Throw it on your drill. And you drill 2 holes. And you drill your holes there and there, and you bolt it to your yoke. Alright, so we got that settled. All it was the nut had backed off for some reason. I think it has to do with vibration. I think the vibration was caused by that bolt and nut, whoops, that bolt and nut right there. Those little guys right there and right there. So one of these bolt holes in the yoke was stripped, so he replaced it with a 1/4 inch bolt and nut. I mean, it got him home, so it works. So what I did was drilled and tapped it for a 5/8 or 5/16 18 bolt. I don't like the way that's sitting actually, now that I can see it through a camera. 5/16 18 bolt, drilled and tapped in the back, new seal. Shouldn't leak now. So we're gonna start digging into the electrical issues this truck has. So sometimes starter just doesn't crank, and it will dim all the lights. So we've got a short somewhere. We did it just now, which I'm happy about because it's not as intermittent, if I can see it. Starter was smoking. It smells like hot starter motor. I'm like 99% sure it's motor. It sounds like it smells like, I can't even describe it. It's what the windings are dipped in. My dad was an electrician, specialized in troubleshooting and stuff, so I got to mess around with a lot of that stuff. It smells like a hot electric motor, like bad. So when I drop the starter, probably tomorrow. It's a reman starter, so I don't know what the problem is, but something's going on with it. Something's short in the ground, I think, in the starter. But what I found was, so I came in here to disable the neutral safety switch. It's causing him some problems as well. What I found was, right up in here, this, I believe, is the starter solenoid wire. It got hot. Melted some of the insulation off, bare copper visible. I'm gonna end up pulling it out and just redoing the whole thing. Just pull in a fresh wire because I don't trust that. And then, so as far as the neutral safety switches on these go, you get that back under there. Sorry if you guys can't see anything. So this guy plugs in right here. That guy plugs in right there. I can't get it plugged back in. But that's your neutral safety switch. It's so in 1984 this changed. Pre-84 it's a little white deal right here with a slider in it. And to bypass them, because this has an aftermarket shifter and we wired the neutral safety switch in that one, all I'm going to do is cut these and butt connector them together. So I'm going to come out the top and cut them fairly short, just so they still tuck up in here nice. Let's do that. Just so I can tuck them back up in there nicely. I'll probably cut them about right here. Just stitch those together, and then the neutral safety switch is completely bypassed on the factory column. So don't do this if you plan on racing your truck or something. Have to have a neutral safety switch if you don't have a neutral safety switch in an aftermarket shifter. You have to have at least one form of neutral safety switch for most tracks. So let's get to doing that, and I'll show you guys the result when it's done. So there's neutral safety switch looped with a butt connector and heat shrink with glue built in. I love them. I got them on Amazon. It's like a zillion pack for 20 bucks. I'll just tuck that back up in there. Go back this way. And then just pick back up and screw it back on. Put the fan switch back in, and then hopefully tomorrow I'll have wire for that melted one, which I believe comes up right here. I'm not positive. Yeah, I think it's that guy right there. But anyways, get some wire tomorrow and be back at it. So we're back. So yesterday we looped the neutral safety switch, fix the rear end. So today, and we've sort of narrowed down the electrical problem. We found the melted wire at least. So what we have to deal with now is figure out if the starter's melted, figure out what's shorting the ground and causing all this, because it's causing tons of it's causing all the lights to dim. It's smoking. It's just causing a lot of weird issues. So I'm gonna start doing some tracing to figure out if that's the right wire under the dash that's melted for the solenoid wire. Sorry guys, I'm a little slow. I'm kind of sick, but so we'll get the starter pulled, probably dig into it a little bit, do a little troubleshooting, see if anything's shorted out inside it, because I feel like that's where the problem most likely is, and we'll go from there. So I'll talk to you guys in a few minutes. Alright, so pulled the end cap off the starter here. You can see how much of a mess that is. This thing has maybe 100 miles on it, maybe 24 starts, but you can just see all the crap from inside the starter. But the biggest thing, look at those windings, toasty. So this thing's still under warranty, so we're not going to rebuild it, but you can also see, it's less visible now, but there's one comm bar right there. See how that's like brassy? That got very hot compared to the rest of them. So that's where our issue's coming from. That and the melted windings, that's what all these electrical issues are stemming from. I think this is an AutoZone starter, I want to say, and I'm not impressed. So we'll see what he wants to do, see where we can warranty it, and go from there. Alright, so local AutoZone warranted the starter. I'm not a fan of these remounts. If you can find a factory GM starter with a good nose cone on it, get it, use it. These are trash. I don't like these at all. But they warranted it, so we'll get it put in for him. I hope the GoPro footage came out okay. We'll see. This is just a little test. If it does, then we'll use both of them. Yeah, let's get this back on, see if that solved our issue, and then replace the burnt wire in the cab. So, new starter is in. This one fought me a bit. It was clocked kind of weird compared to the last one, but got it in. It clears everything. So, going to replace the burn wire under the dash, and then I think we'll be about done. Oh no, gotta bleed the brakes, and then we're done with this one. So we'll get him back on the road, safe this time. We'll just clip it up top and down low, and I made a replacement wire just with heat shrink butt connectors. So we'll get that replaced, and then we'll be good to go. I'll wash it up for him too. It's kind of dirty. I don't really like that, but yeah. I'll show you guys what we're going for. It is that billet plug right there. For some reason it keeps pushing fluid out there. It doesn't look like it's sitting flat, so that's probably part of it, but we're gonna goop it and put it back in for him. So here's this plug. It's another ICT billet piece. Absolutely love their stuff, but hopefully you guys can see how tore up and flattened out that O-ring is. That's where it's pushing fluid past. So silicone fixes everything. We have a small leak back here at the speedometer plug as well. You can see where it's leaking down. So we're gonna pop that out, seal that up, get this thing to stop leaking completely, I hope. There's a little bit of dampness up there, but it's nothing I'd worry about, so it's probably just flinging off this. Hopefully we can get this figured out and taken care of for him.